Hey everyone! I hope you're all doing fantastic today as we dive into a story that's been making waves across social media and the entertainment world. It's a tale of celebrity drama, legal battles, and the power of public perception, so buckle up for an engaging and educative journey through the controversy surrounding Boosie Badass's recent ex-post, Diddy's federal trial, and the complex dynamics at play. Let's start with the spark that lit this fire. On May 18, 2025, rapper Boosie Badass dropped a bombshell on X, claiming that Cassie Ventura and her husband, Alex Fine, masterminded a plot to take down Sean Diddy Combs and his financial empire. Now, Boosie's post wasn't just a casual comment. It was a full-on conspiracy theory, written in all caps with red highlights for emphasis. He suggested that Cassie's husband had been pushing her for years to go after Diddy, but she hesitated because she knew what might come out. Boosie went further, claiming the couple became broke, and the last straw was Diddy's relationship with Kershaw, likely Young Miami, a rapper linked to Diddy. Boosie pointed to a moment where Cassie saw Kershaw supporting Diddy at an awards show, saying it pushed her over the edge. He ended with a loaded statement. A woman scorned is a dangerous, evil MF, followed by the hashtag #YeHateIt. This post racked up over 1.1 thousand retweets, 4.7 thousand likes, and 624,000 impressions in just 11 hours, showing how much this story has gripped the public's attention. Now, let's zoom out and put this in context, because this isn't just about a spicy X post. It's tied to a much bigger legal and cultural moment. Diddy, a music mogul who's been a titan in the industry for decades, is currently locked up and facing a federal trial in New York City. He's been charged with racketeering and sex trafficking, serious allegations that have rocked the entertainment world. Diddy was arrested back in September 2024, and his trial began earlier this month, May 2025. Cassie, who was in a relationship with Diddy for a decade until 2018, is a key figure in this case. She filed a lawsuit against Diddy in November 2023, alleging years of abuse, which was settled quickly for $20 million. But her role didn't end there. Just last week, on May 12, 2025, Cassie took the stand in Diddy's trial, delivering emotional testimony. She described a pattern of abuse, manipulation, and coercion, including claims that Diddy forced her into sexual acts with other men while he recorded, and that she felt like a prostitute during their relationship. These are heavy, disturbing allegations, and they've painted a stark picture of what Cassie says she endured. So, where does Boosie's post fit into all this? Boosie, a Louisiana rapper known for his unfiltered takes, has a history of commenting on Diddy's legal troubles. Earlier this month, he posted on X that Diddy's charges should be for domestic abuse, not sex trafficking, and even claimed Cassie enjoyed the lavish lifestyle Diddy provided, including parties and gifts. His latest post doubles down on this narrative, framing Cassie as a calculating figure driven by financial desperation and jealousy rather than a victim of abuse. Boosie suggests that Cassie and her husband, Alex Fine, who she married in 2019, were broke and saw an opportunity to go after Diddy's wealth. He even ties it to Diddy's relationship with Kershaw, implying Cassie's actions were motivated by a personal vendetta, not justice. Let's break this down critically, because there's a lot to unpack here. First, Boosie's claims are entirely speculative. There's no evidence in court documents or testimony to support the idea that Cassie and her husband were plotting against Diddy for financial gain. Cassie's testimony, as reported by outlets like AP News and NPR, focuses on her experiences of abuse, not a coordinated scheme. Boosie's mention of the couple being broke and the Kershaw Awards show moment lack specifics. No dates, no events, no proof. It's a theory built on assumptions, not facts. And his language, calling Cassie a woman scorned and a dangerous evil MF, is not just inflammatory, it perpetuates harmful stereotypes. It paints Cassie as a vengeful ex rather than a potential victim, which is a classic example of victim blaming. This is especially troubling given the gravity of her allegations, which include being coerced into sexual acts and enduring years of control. Boosie's perspective isn't new for him. He's been defending Diddy since the arrest in 2024. Back then, he said Diddy was just doing what every other famous entertainer does, downplaying the charges. But this pattern of minimizing abuse allegations raises serious questions. Why is Boosie so quick to cast doubt on Cassie's story? Is it loyalty to Diddy, a desire to stir controversy, or something else? Interestingly, Boosie did criticize Diddy in 2024 for hitting Cassie, according to reports, which seems at odds with his recent post. It's possible his views have shifted, or he's focusing on different aspects of the case now. Either way, his comments are shaping public discourse at a critical time. Speaking of public discourse, let's talk about the impact of Boosie's post. With 624,000 impressions, it's reached a massive audience. The engagement, 805 comments, 1.1 thousand retweets, 4.7 thousand likes, shows how much this resonates with people. News outlets like Hot New Hip Hop and All Hip Hop have picked up the story, with headlines like Boosie Badass shares dark theory about Cassie amid Diddy trial. Some fans of Boosie and Diddy might be nodding along, skeptical of Cassie's motives. But others are pushing back, calling out the post for downplaying abuse and spreading misinformation. This divide highlights a bigger issue: the role of social media in high-profile legal cases. Platforms like X can amplify unverified claims, shaping public perception before a trial is even over. In Diddy's case, where the jury is still hearing evidence, this kind of narrative can sway how people view both the accuser and the accused. Now, let's pivot to the legal side, because that's where the real stakes lie. Diddy's trial is ongoing, and he's facing serious charges: racketeering and sex trafficking. These aren't just about his relationship with Cassie. They involve broader allegations of a criminal enterprise, including claims of freak-off parties where women were allegedly coerced into sexual acts. Diddy has pleaded not guilty, and his legal team is fighting hard to discredit the prosecution's case. Cassie's testimony is a key part of the prosecution's narrative, painting Diddy as a controlling figure who abused his power. But Boosie's post, while it might influence public opinion, won't directly affect the trial. Courts rely on evidence, witness statements, documents, recordings, not social media theories. Still, the cultural impact is real. If enough people start buying into Boosie's narrative, it could create a climate of doubt around Cassie's credibility, which is a challenge for survivors of abuse everywhere. This brings us to the broader cultural implications, which are just as important as the legal ones. Boosie's post reflects a tension we see all too often: the struggle to believe survivors in the face of power dynamic. Diddy is a larger-than-life figure, a billionaire, a music icon, a cultural force. Cassie, while a successful singer, doesn't have the same level of influence. When someone like Boosie, who has a big platform, frames her as a villain, it taps into a narrative that's been around forever: the idea that women who speak out are manipulative or vengeful. This isn't just about Cassie. It's about how we, as a society, handle allegations of abuse, especially in the entertainment industry where power imbalances are rampant. Social media adds another layer, amplifying voices like Boosie's and spreading misinformation at lightning speed. As we wrap up, let's reflect on what this story teaches us. Boosie's ex-post, while attention-grabbing, is a speculative take that lacks evidence and risks undermining serious allegations. Diddy's trial, on the other hand, is a legal process that will hinge on what's presented in court, not what's trending on X. For all of us watching this unfold, it's a chance to think critically about the narratives we consume and share. Survivors of abuse deserve to be heard without being reduced to stereotypes, and the truth deserves to be pursued through evidence, not theories. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. I hope it's given you plenty to think about. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions.